Well, coming up, we have Will Doc Black. He is with Warrior's Heart, and he is a board member and a veteran, and he's going to tell us all about that organization. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, Ventura County. You are listening live to Girls on the Air. We are Real Women in Real Estate, AM 1590, KVTA. I'm Tracy Baldwin Mahoney.
And I'm Karen Campbell. And we have Will Doc Black with us today. He is a line corpsman in the Marine Division, and he served in Iraq in 2004 and 2006. And he is a board member for Warrior's Heart. Welcome, Will. How are you?
Doing well. How about you guys?
We're doing
good.
great, thanks.
Thank you.
Beautiful day today. So tell us about what Warrior's Heart is.
So Warrior's Heart is an inpatient facility that caters specifically to veterans and first responders with mental health struggles and substance abuse struggles specifically.
And so is it, what I read here is it's a 60-bed facility on a 543-acre ranch.
Yes, ma'am. It's an amazing facility. It doesn't have that hospital feel. So, a lot of times I think when you're in a hospital environment, sick people are at hospitals. So it kind of lets you be more free in that sense, I guess.
And so what kind of treatments do they give to you there? I mean, my notes say that it's got, you treat traumatic brain injury, PTSD, and it's not just for the military, it's for first responders and EMTs and paramedics as well, right?
Yes, ma'am. Any type of first responder is able to go there, and the variety of treatments are just that. We do have the brain treatment. They have a canine facility on site for people in need of a service dog. They treat the substance abuse disorders along with a multitude of mental health disorders.
So have you been to the facility? Have you been to the acres that this is on?
Yes, ma'am. I was actually a patient back in 2016.
Okay. All right. So kind of walk us through it. Like, what do you do when you get there? What do they do? How long do you stay?
So, if you're active in your addiction with substance abuse, you'll probably spend an appropriate amount of time in detox. I personally didn't detox. I was already sober when I got there. But then you'll immediately jump right into it. You will have a very organized schedule where you'll have a counselor for substance abuse, and then you'll have a counselor for your mental health. And then you'll have a lot of group settings and explore each of those things a little deeper.
And so does it cost anything to go there, or is that a service that somebody provides, or how does that work?
So they have they do take certain insurances, and you can go that way. For people who can't afford it, like myself, they did not take my insurance, and I didn't have a way to pay for it. So there are different partners. The Warrior's Heart Foundation and the Rise and Ride Foundation are people who paid for my treatment. So that was scholarshiped in because I couldn't afford it on my own.
And so are those scholarships something that somebody has to apply for?
Yes, ma'am. When working with Warrior's Heart to go in, they have an admin team, and so when the financial need is there, they put them in contact with us. I actually serve on the board of the Warrior's Heart Foundation, and we get those applicants and approve or disapprove based on their finances.
And this holiday, how can people support veteran healing?
It's like anything. Unfortunately, the generic answer is money, right? Money. It takes money to get people a lot of these in these programs, but it doesn't. And it's one of those things. Every dollar does count, but letting people know that you're aware and that you're there for them in any capacity is also very valuable to a lot of people. And I think it's kind of understated and underserved for a lot of men and women who are fighting those battles.
And how long can they stay?
So it's a standard 42-day inpatient, but I'm pretty positive that you can go up to 90 days if that's what's required for you.
And does the veterans that go there, can they use their veterans benefits to pay for it?
Yes, a lot of times they will. Warriors Heart works with like TRICARE and your standard military insurances.
That's very cool. And so who brings in the service dogs?
So the service dogs are it's a facility on Warriors Heart's property. It's run specifically by Warriors Heart, and their trainer, head trainer, goes by the name of Cash. She gets a lot of these dogs through different ties that she has, like TSA or local animal rescues, and finds dogs that are appropriate for the program.
And
Go ahead.
go ahead.
How is it appropriate to thank veterans? You know, last week was Veterans Day, and how is it appropriate? You don't want to say Happy Veterans Day, but
Or thank you for your service.
and welcome home is what we had.
That's what we had last week. But
Yeah.
but how would you say to appropriately approach someone that you don't know, and because they're in a military uniform, you want to thank them for their service?
I think it really is about you, right? How you want to thank them, because different people are going to feel different ways about it. And I think, honestly, just a thank you for your service really does say a lot, or something that recognizes the sacrifice of serving the military. It's a lot of Christmases and holidays and time away from your family and kids a lot of times, and I don't know that everybody's super aware of that struggle.
Yeah, I would imagine it's really hard to be away from your family, and your family is actually supporting you as well.
Can you have visitors?
At Warriors Heart,
Yeah.
they used to have a like a family program to where you could get like if your spouse or kids involved, and I'm fairly certain they still offer that on a telehealth level, but COVID kind of shifted things around here and there.
Well, tell everybody where they can find the information about Warriors Heart, and does it have all of the qualifications on your website?
Yeah, so you can get more a much more in-depth information from just warriorsheart.com. It'll have a lot of testimonials, different stories, the founders, what it was created out of, the necessity of it. All the information will be on the website.
And what is the website?
warriorsheart.com.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Very good.
Well, good. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you
bringing
so much for your service.
Yes, and bringing this to our attention. I think it's a fabulous organization that's well needed. So I think that's fabulous. How can people help, and how can people volunteer, and what can they do to donate?
So for the donations, they usually go through the warriorsheartfoundation.org, and we work hand in hand with veterans and first responders in need of those services. And from a volunteer basis, to be honest, I'm not sure how much volunteering is or isn't allowed these days, if I'm honest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for being on today. We appreciate you, Will, and thank you so much for your service.
Thank you so much for
We really
your
do
service.
appreciate everything you've done for our country.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you guys so much.
All right. Have a great day.
You too.